Growing Chefs Lesson 1, Planting Our Garden. Welcome to your very first lesson with Growing Chefs. Thank you so much for volunteering in our program, and we hope that you have a fantastic first lesson with your team, teacher, and class. This lesson is a lot of fun, but remember that it's normal and okay to be a little bit nervous. We can't wait to hear about how your lesson goes. To prepare for this lesson, please review the lesson plan carefully and don't forget to wear your chef whites. For this lesson, you will need to bring in full-grown examples of arugula, lettuce, beets, peas, and beans, so please decide with your team who will bring in the vegetables. Be sure to arrive at the school a bit early for this lesson, as you will need extra time to set up the seed trays with soil. When you're planting, remember to only use the planters and seed trays. The 6-inch pots and peat pots are to be used in later lessons. Finally, remind your teacher to prepare copies of the Welcome to Our Garden poster and art supplies for the students. A list of all tools and materials needed for this lesson can be found in Lesson 1 in your binder. Please be sure that you have all the items you need prior to starting your class. The big idea of this lesson is to have the chefs meet the students to help them plant seeds in their windowsill gardens and to begin exploring the concepts of growing and gardening. Students should be able to follow steps to plant a seed and to discuss what gardens and growing mean to them once this lesson is completed. Activity 1, Meet the Chefs. Have the teacher arrange your class either in desks or in a circle on the floor, and have each person from your team introduce him or herself to the program. Let the class know that you are chefs and that you'll be working with them over the next 3.5 months to plant and grow your own vegetables in the classroom. Activity 2, Garden Talk. Explain that Garden Talk is your time to share what you've noticed about your classroom garden, your favorite vegetables, new foods you've tried, and so on. Tell the students that they will start each Growing Chefs lesson with Garden Talk. Have the students brainstorm what the word garden means to them and record these ideas on the flip chart. Next, ask the students what vegetables they eat and where they get them from, guiding them with questions found in your binder. Remember to keep the discussion moving. Activity 3, Seed Examination. Indicate the seeds laid out on plates or in bowls and ask the students what they know about them. Explain how seeds get planted in soil and sprout into plants, eventually turning into vegetables. Have a chef write the names of the different vegetables you're planting on the flip chart or blackboard, and then split the class into groups. The students should be divided into 3 or 4 groups depending on the number of chefs. Have each chef take a couple types of seeds and sit with one group to examine and discuss the seeds, letting the students guess which type of vegetable each seed becomes. Once the students have looked at the seeds, have the chefs rotate to the next group. Once students have viewed all the seeds, show them the full-grown versions of the vegetables. Activity 4, Safety Rules Discussion. Let the class know that there are 2 important rules to remember about their garden. 1, don't eat anything from the garden, and 2, don't touch the garden when you're not working on it together. While one chef is reviewing these rules, have the other chefs prepare the planting stations if you have not done so already. There should be 5 planting trays filled with soil, as well as trowels, watering cans full of water, buckets of soil, and seeds. Activity 5, Planting seed trays and drawing Welcome to Our Garden posters. Have students sit at their desks to work on their Welcome to Our Garden posters that will decorate their garden corner. If the students are having trouble coming up with ideas for their drawings, have them refer to your Garden Talk brainstorm for inspiration. While the class is drawing, pull up students in groups of 6 to plant seeds. Be sure to demonstrate the steps required to plant seeds before beginning. Have students poke a roll of holes into the dirt, drop 1 seed into each hole, cover the holes with dirt and gently pat down, and then use a watering can to moisten the dirt. After planting, be sure to label the trays using the skewers and masking tape. You can then cover the trays with the clear sprouting lids and place them on the windowsill. For additional tips on planting the seed trays, refer to the classroom gardening tips in the resource section at the front of your binder. Activity 6, Wrap Up. Have the class return to their desks or onto the floor. Thank them for their hard work and recap what you did that day. Let the students know that their teacher will help them set up a schedule for watering and caring for their garden. Be sure to explain what a schedule is if students are unfamiliar with the term. Let the students know that next class they will be examining vegetables in a guessing activity and learning more about how plants grow. We hope you had a fun first lesson with Growing Chefs. Thank you again, and stay tuned for Lesson 2.